I know you love this club, but you don't love this club more than us.
Sure.
You don't love this club more than us. So if we draw, leave it. At least it's a point. Even if we lose, we'll do better in our next game. So that should be the thing that they should tell the fans. So sometimes I even wonder whether maybe the people in charge, the owners of this club, they are aware of what the fans are doing. In fact, it's like they support the fans to cause violence. It's like they support the fans to cause chaos on match days. So for me, it's something we need to improve in the league if the league needs to go to the permanent site. I don't know whether there's any site that have been...
If the league, of course, have to, get more bigger or probably get more growth, than this. All right, at this point, we'll take a short break, and when we'll come back from this break, we'll move straight to other matters evolving around the world of football down here in Nigeria. Please stay with us.
3 wins the goal. Goalkeeper missed it. Right hand, and down goes Paul straight away. Oh, what a point to end it on. So now, this is when you're at the best. It's when you're 12 years for this. So drink it in. Still goes to what he loved to be immortality as an athlete. 19.79. It's a goal. It's a goal.
You're welcome back. Steve Sports Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network, and we'll bring you the latest revolving around the world for football at the moment. And let's talk about other matters involving football down here in Nigeria. As the Nigerian Football Federation has announced the dates for the 2024 Federation Cup Men and Women competition kick-off date. The registration capital territory will begin today. Now, following up the 1-month registration period, the state AFIs will deliver the finished player licenses to the NFF for production between December 1st and December 8th, 2023, in time for the start of the state competition, which is slated to run from January 20th, 2024 to February 25th, 2024. Each state FA and the FCT FA will, on the 26th of February 2024, provide the NFF with each 2 representatives for the national competition. Now, registration fee by the clubs for the men's competition has been pegged at 150,000, while clubs interested in participating in the women's competition will pay the sum of 100,000 naira each. Late registration for the men's competition will be 200,000 naira and 120,000 naira for the women's competition as well. Now, the 2023 Federation Cup was won by Bender Insurance and Bayelsa Queens, who split the 25 million prize money. Insurance defeated Enugu Rangers 1-0 to win the men's category and ended their 43-year drought without a significant victory. In the women's category, Bayelsa Queens FC defeated Rivers Angels 4-2 on penalties after the match ended goalless in regulation time. Let's stay away from that as we take a look at the African Football League, because there are some matches, of course, that are on at the moment. But before we take a look at the matches, let's talk about Enyimba Football Club, because we hear that the Moroccan authorities have deployed ugly tactics, to frustrate Enyimba FC, Nigerian flag bearer in the ongoing African Football League. Now, this is coming from the media manager of Enyimba FC, David Oji. He said this, in a statement today in Lagos. Now, as of yesterday, the People's Elephants were still stranded at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, as Moroccan officials failed to give authorization to the team's chartered aircraft from the international wing of the airport to land in Casablanca. Now, the team, which was still optimistic about obtaining the one-goal deficit at the Gosle Pabe International Stadium on the Yo, were forced to return to their hotel after spending 6 hours and 30 minutes in the aircraft. They were waiting for authorization to land from the Moroccan authorities. Now, this incident is perceived by the Enyimba management as a deliberate plot by the Moroccan authorities and Wydad EC to frustrate Enyimba FC. The management of the team condemned the delay, which has prevented the team from having a smooth trip to honor the second leg tie of the AFL quarterfinal. As of the time of this report, Enyimba, an NFF official, had officially lodged complaint with CAF, but from what we got as well this afternoon, Enyimba, they actually took their flight to Morocco today, and that was around 12:55 p.m. at Nigerian time. So Enyimba on their way to Morocco. We believe, of course, they might have gotten there and settled, but we'll be looking forward to see how that game, of course, will pan out on Thursday, because the game has been shifted from Wednesday to Thursday due to logistics, a reason. But okay, what do you make of, according to Enyimba, they said it is a plot by Morocco, of course, to actually down the morale of the team ahead of the second leg of the encounter.
Well, I don't really know anything about that, but I think maybe they didn't really do their homework very well. Maybe they didn't really plan on time. Maybe that is what caused them the delay. So when things like this happen, they always talk about wind hunting and all that. So it's not new. So all they need to do is they need to find a way to let that incident get past them. And this is not the first time they'll be experiencing something like that. They'll be playing in the continent for years, so they should know things like this will happen. That's why we always tell them you have to plan ahead. You have to do your homework on time. Plan ahead the months. Make sure everything is ready so that when you go there, everything will be approved on time, so that you will not have this kind of issues. But we have seen in time and time again, they don't plan on time, and last minute hitches will always be there if you don't plan on time. So I wish them luck. I know the first leg was not really okay. They failed to win at home, so I don't know where the miracle will come from. Even me, I'm not really giving them a chance to go through, but maybe they can go there and surprise me. But I don't see that happening. But they can just do it and surprise me and shame me, because I know from what I saw in the first leg, I don't see them going through to the next stage.
All right, for what we've seen, let's see what comes up. Enyimba, of course, will execute that encounter on Thursday down there in Morocco. Can they get past Wydad in this particular one down there in Morocco? Of course, there's so many. That is actually a tall mountain to climb edition of the African Football League. Wasn't really a good outing for them at the Gosle Pabe International Stadium. And now worries as well heading down to Morocco. So today they get down to Morocco and get themselves prepared ahead of the encounter on Thursday. And we'll see how this one, of course, will pan out at the end of the day. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that Enyimba will get things done. But there's some matches today in the African Football League. Woki, can you take us through on that? Ahila Simba, what is the outcome of that game?
Yes, so that game ended 1-1 in draw game. So, but Ahila had to go through on goals aggregate. For the first leg ended 2-2 in Angola, so they had to go through on goals aggregate. There's another game going on at the moment. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Petro Atletico. Okay, it's currently 0-0. And the first leg ended 2-0 in favor of Mamelodi Sundowns. So a whole lot to play for. I don't know whether Petro Atletico will go there, maybe because of the red card now. It's very cagey. In terms of fact, the both legs were very cagey. The first leg ended 2-2 in Tanzania, and a lot of people expected Al Ahly to go to Cairo and beat Simba, but it was in fact they scored first. Simba scored first in that game before Al Ahly had to equalize. And for me, they have to thank their stars, because we still have the away goal rule in African football. They have not abolished it like they have done in Europe. So maybe if if there was no away goal rule, maybe the game would have entered into penalties and all that. So, but they will have to thank their stars. They scored more goals than so for me, good.
All right, that is the latest as it concerns the African Football League. Ahali, of course, getting past Simba in the first and the second leg of that particular encounter we saw. Mamelodi Sundowns getting the best in that encounter as well. So I think it's really getting interesting at the stage. But from what we've seen, the top teams that you expect, of course, to go through, the ones, of course, really going through,
Yes,
at the moment.
Yes.
So it's going to be an interesting semi-final clash.
Yeah, it will look like the normal Champions League semi-final. I think the fancy teams are going through. Everybody, okay, Alali is already there. We expect now for, what do you call it, Mamelodi Sundowns to also go through to the semi-final. Then, in the next 2 days, we see the likes of Esperance. Esperance, I think they lost, I'm forgetting their scoreline, but we also expect Wydad.
TP Mazembe as well.
Yes, Esperance and TP Mazembe. I think the first leg was not really favorable for them. I think they lost their first leg. So a lot of people are expecting the usual people to go to the next. So we'll be looking forward to what Wydad will do against Enyimba and that Esperance and TP Mazembe match. We're also expecting a lot of things to happen there.
All right, let's see. It is it promises to be an exciting one going forward in the African Football League because the matches as well have been very, very, exciting. But okay, I don't know what you make of the organization for the African Football League so far.
Well, I think this is the first edition. I think they have tried. I think they will get better if it continues. Maybe they said it's going to be a yearly event. So maybe next edition will be better than this. But I don't know whether there will be, the teams will increase. Maybe because of the money involved now, maybe they would like to increase the teams. So I don't know whether Nigeria will participate in the next edition. I don't know. Maybe it might go to another country. This one that anybody did not really do well. They are not doing well. Let's still give them a chance to see whether they will qualify. So maybe there might be additional teams next edition. I think this one has been, for me, it has been okay in terms of organization. There have not really been any issues so far. So let's see how it goes till the finals. Then we can be able to assess.
$1 million, $1 million, prize money for each team just to participate. A huge one, of course, from CAF, and we hope that anybody will be able to use this money very well to develop the team. And as well put their stadium in order because they didn't even play the game at the Aba Stadium. They went down to the Gosla Pablo International Stadium to execute that particular encounter against Wydad. I think this is the time where they have to utilize the fund or the money coming from the African Football League. Let's stay away from the African Football League as we take a look at the English Premier League. Now, Tottenham surged to the top of the Premier League as Son Heung-min and James Maddison see the 2-0 win against Fulham yesterday. Ange Postecoglou side extended their unbeaten start to 9 league games, and thanks to Son opener and Maddison's first goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium since his close season move from Leicester. Tottenham leapfrog Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool to go 2 points clear at the top of the table. Fulham are the only team to beat Tottenham this season, knocking them out of the League Cup on penalties in August. Tottenham putting up an impressive start, this season. I don't know how far do you see them continue this way.
I think they have been fantastic. Their new coach, I think that was when they were looking for a new coach. I think a lot of people were surprised them appointing Angie. He's been at the Scottish League, and people that knew him, people that knew his track record, knew he played good football, and also they liked his tactics. And for me, you might say that it was not really what people wanted, not what the people that support Tottenham,
or maybe choice or the fans' choice.
Yeah, the fans' choice. But when you look at this decision to appoint him, I think Tottenham struck good. The people in charge struck good because I think he's been able to make this team play the football, and they are winning. And not just winning, they're still unbeaten in the league. And when you watch them play, you will see the seriousness in them, and the games they have played so far, I think they have really done very, very well. I don't know whether it will last. I don't know whether it will continue. But from what they have done so far, you could see that they are going to have a very good season if they continue like this. And for me, I'm very impressed with the way they have played.
Top of the table
so far, yeah.
at the moment.
And have not lost a game.
They've not lost a game in the Premier League. And we'll see how this one will go. The likes of Manchester City, they are still pushing. Arsenal, of course, not relenting after putting up a draw against Chelsea over the weekend. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and see how Tottenham Hotspur, with the new manager, looking about Angel Postecoglou, will be able to challenge for the title. Can they challenge for the title? That's another big question. Probably they are title pretenders, or probably just